everyone roll me a d20.
Oh,
Ah.
Kayla, every time.
Every time, but 20 means I get to choose.
Yeah.
Yes. So who do you want to do the recap?
I'll choose Chris because he was bullying me yesterday.
All right, Chris. What happened
Okay.
last time?
Well, so we took the ferry into Thrushmore with all of our people that need doctors and assistants, all of our mental patients. We had them. We offloaded them for a bit, and then we like paraded them around town for a little bit. We took them to a healer in his healer's house, and he wouldn't treat them because they weren't in his network. So then we sent them on a bus out of Thrushmore, and we just didn't think about them after that. Then so much other stuff happened. We went to the Silver Wagon. We found out that Ace has been doing awful things that she won't tell us about, even though she has all of her faculties and memory. We gathered some information. We went to the pier. We met up with Tim's character, and he knew me from the past. He led us to the dock and this gibbering mouther thing, and we fought that. We found some stuff. We got a flashback about us all doing strange, weird shit. Oh wait, hang on. This is 2 sessions ago.
That's
What am I
2
talking
sessions ago,
about?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
We met.
Jesus. Okay, I thought we just had one really long session. No, last session, we did this detective agency. We're talking to a fisherman. Seth was talking to a fisherman. Convinced us to go out to the grotto with him. He took us up there. There was a cave with all these fungus creatures. Found a strange spiral symbol carved into the wall. We fought a druid woman and her flesh or her fungus spore dogs, and we got some loot and stuff from that. And then the man never came back to pick us up, and that's what happened.
Yeah, you guys slept there basically from like afternoon till night, waiting for Tolly to come pick you up again. But Tolly never showed. Chris, you get a good bullet point for the recap.
Yeah.
And yeah, it is nighttime. You guys are inside of a cave with some dead mushrooms and a lady. And your ride didn't show up. What do you do?
Oh,
I forgot. Were we able to get out of it without the boat? It was just harder, or do we have
had
to
to
have
make a climb check to climb up the wall.
Oh yeah, because
you guys are on a cliffside. So you guys determined that you needed the boat because someone, I'm not going to say any names, can't climb for shit.
Yeah, who?
I'm sure that's multiple of us.
Well, I'm not sure if it's risky or not to stay the night here. It's dark. I can swim pretty well. If the water is safe enough for me to.
It's completely safe, but we need to shut the doors so that the place doesn't flood. I know because I live here.
Oh, that's right. You own this place now.
Can't go around just getting water damage for no reason.
Well, that's why the doors are so heavy.
I don't know if you saw that yesterday, but during the lunch hour heroes, I hopped in. I was like, okay, how many times has Kayla done drugs and stolen somebody's house?
That was more than you think.
So we want to stay here the night then.
You want to stay here the night, overnight?
Well, we can't, I don't think I can swim in this, and you just hear him just go.
What I'm saying is I could go get us a boat, possibly.
Yes. What I'm worried about is this fisherman. We had an arrangement that he would come back to pick us up, and perhaps he has shirked his duties. But
What if there's something worse happening? What if something has happened to him or to Thrushmore? Maybe there's danger that we need to be worried about in the town.
That was my thoughts. He seemed like a good, honest working man.
And it kind of seems like the people in Thrushmore are kind of dishonest and not cool, so I don't know that we would. I don't know we would say he was super trustworthy.
I don't know why you would ever think such a thing.
We were paying him good money, though. Good gold. I don't see why he wouldn't come back.
Silver?
That's a lot of money.
Us walking around with 16,000 gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought we had paid him like a decent amount, like that was worth his time.
Well,
That's why
yeah,
I think-
silver would still be a decent amount of money.
Yeah, that's why I thought it was like, it's weird that he wouldn't show back up because that's good money.
Yeah.
So our plan in the morning, I mean, I agree with resting and doing this by daylight, but if
Well,
we
you don't want to do it at night? You don't want to go skinny dipping at night?
No.
Hey, Chris, roll me a perception check.
Okay, where are we currently? We're just inside the cave?
You're in the cave.
Okay.
I'm also sitting there thinking about how there's that light thing that shows up in the middle of the night.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. 19.
Well, no, you guys stayed here long enough to wait for the light to show up, and you realized that the light was just the witch.
No, there was that other thing that we saw in the inn that we like ran out to go check in like an alleyway or something.
Oh yeah, well there was that shit. That was later. That was before though.
That's a different
Yeah.
thing.
Well, that's what I'm
Chris,
saying is
the
there's just all the weird
19,
shit.
You can perceive that Tim is being a little pussy for not skinny dipping at night.
I was
you get
checking
a
my sheet. I
+1
actually do have.
to berate him.
Okay.
Listen,
Lay it on.
Ari.
No, Chris.
What?
Not Ari. Chris knows that Tim is being a pussy.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that was Chris's perception check.
Tim, don't you remember all the long nights that we stayed up talking about our character and their relationship? Does that mean nothing to you? My character is in danger and stranded in a cave. Would you not risk your own character's life to go rescue him?
I can't
And
believe
so-
that word.
you have said all this time that the thing about dying is you get to make a new character. So I think in a little bit of a retcon manner, I suppose, looking up that I have dark vision as well, I could say.
Oh,
Ari says, I don't think it would be too much trouble, and if they are in danger, it would be better to go now than later. I don't know how all you are doing for spells, but
You guys should all be
You
good
have
because you
a
just
left.
all rested for 8 hours. Like you
Yeah.
all literally
Yep.
just
in the morning. Oh, okay.
No,
Not
this
even
is
morning.
night.
It's just we waited throughout the entire day for him to show back up, and he just didn't.
You guys have literally been
that's right.
hanging out
Okay.
here for like 10 hours at this point. It's probably like 10 o'clock at night. You guys got here at like 1.
I forgot about that part. So
Yeah.
So I have all my spells, and I think I would say I could give it a try. I mean, it literally, don't have to make any swim checks at all. I just have to pass the cliffside and try not to kill myself on the way down, or up rather.
That's
No,
usually
you
a
can
good
just
plan.
jump in. The water comes up to the point where it almost floods. It like flash floods the front. That's why you gotta close the door. So you can literally just dive in the water.
the
Go
climb
for it.
check was to climb up the cliff to go to get
Yeah.
on the land, right? Okay.
Yeah,
Got it. Okay.
because it's like there's a
uh,
cliff that goes to the water. There's like a small plateau, and then there's the cave. The water comes up slightly past the cliff, like where the plateau is. So then it would like flash flood. It doesn't flood the
Top.
cave, but like yeah. So you could just like walk into the water. But if you wanted to go without the boat, you'd have to climb up the cliffside, which isn't that tall, but like you guys suck at climbing, so
Yeah, so I will volunteer myself to go do that then. And then if I encounter a lot of danger, I will retreat to the water.
would your character have been swimming in Lake Incarthen before?
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I imagine I have a general idea of how dangerous it would be to go by myself.
Have you ever gone at night?
Probably a little more hesitant to do that. I know that Tim knows that there are strange creatures that live in Lake Carthen.
All right. Well, so Ari jumps in the water, goes for a little swim. You're swimming. It's dark in the water. You see the moon is like reflecting off the water, but the water is eerily still. Roll me a perception check.
Sure. Water.
You know, if we want to retcon anymore, we have potions of hide from animal. I don't know if that would affect any creatures in the water, but you could drink one of those before heading out.
Sure, if you wanna.
Probably would be good.
I was gonna say either that.
Can I retcon and say I took one of those?
Sure. With a nat 20 perception check.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna say you've probably never been in Lake and Carthen at night. Probably because you were sleeping.
Yeah, sure.
And you're also not from here originally. So you look kind of into the center of Lake and Carthen. You can see Briarstone Isle in the distance, and there's like the kind of, you can see now that the fog is lifted that the fort, what Briarstone Asylum looks a little crumbly, like you didn't notice that before. When you look towards the center of Lake and Carthen, it looks black in the center, and it looks like there's like a steep drop into darkness, and you can see dark vision wise, but it just looks black down there, like a black bottomless pit of something. And with a nat 20, you could almost, with your crazy fishman senses, it almost seems like something is moving at the bottom of the lake. Roll me a will save.
Creatures can't sense him right now.
Oh,
No, animals
that's
can.
fine. He can sense them, though.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Natural 3. Good
So-
job. I must say.
I don't. Would you have come from like? Do Undines live in like freshwater or saltwater?
They actually are from like halfway infused with an elemental plane of water,
Oh, okay.
not necessarily from the ocean. Yeah.
Okay, so you have an understanding of water as an element then.
Yeah. It's more
Water as
elemental,
like
yeah.
a concept, less so like the specific bodies of water throughout Galarian. So
Yeah.
you're in this water, and it seems eerily still as you've been swimming through it. You're swimming around. You're noticing there's not a lot of animals in this water. Like you can see, like it looks like there might be like fish in the distance, and every now and then you see a crab on the sea floor. But like it's like there should be more fish here, especially considering how much fish come in and out of Thrushmoor as a trade. And Innsmouth, or not Innsmouth, Ilmarsh, you guys had like, you know that that's a heavy trade for fish. So you're like, this seems like, did they fish all the fish out? Like, it seems odd. But then as you're traveling, you look to the center and you see that blackness. And with the water, you know that this water is like, it's a natural occurring element inside this body of water. But something at the bottom of it is not right. There is something wholly unnatural at the bottom of this water. And you can see that as the water gets blacker, it becomes more like tainted with this unnaturalness. And you are actually panicked, but that's good for you because you're trying. It basically just means that you're going to swim closer to the shore, and you're just going to continue swimming till you get to Thrushmoor, probably with great haste. However, I want you to roll me another perception check as you get closer to Thrushmoor.
My computer froze up a little bit. So I make it to the shore.
No, you're almost at the shore.
Almost to the shore. Okay.
You're still in the water.
All right. Did you? So I think your voice cut out for me right when you know I was panicked. I'm swimming quickly.
Roll me
Something
another
happened.
perception check.
Another will save.
Perception.
No, perception.
Check.
Perception. Okay. Sorry, it's just going in and out. 19.
You see, you can see Thrushmore in the distance. You're probably maybe like a 10-minute swim away. But then you also see, like, kind of off the shore, maybe like a couple 10, like maybe 5-minute swim away, Tolly's boat just kind of bopping in the water there.
All right. If I'm not too panicked, I might try and make my way to that boat.
All right. So you hastily swim to the boat, also just because in your mind you're thinking, this is the quickest way out of this water at the moment. So you go to the boat, you get out of the boat. What do you do when you're on the boat?
Tolly, where are you? Is the boat like? Does he live near there, or is he? This is like a small boat.
I'm imagining like a fishing boat, like the size of the boat from Jaws, we'll say, maybe a little smaller.
Okay, so if he's not likely to be there, but I'm gonna search for him because I'm panicked.
Right.
And I'm gonna shout for him.
You search the boat. Roll me a perception.
Trying to start the outboard motor.
It's
I
just
don't
him with a paddle, just going.
Don't have a
So you
profession.
search the boat. You do not find Tolly. However, you do find like a half-drank cup of coffee. He's not
That's not
anchored down. He's just floating in the water.
Oh
The
God.
the e-brake's not on.
Isn't that just what the anchor is? A nautical e-brake?
The e-brake isn't on. The radio's still on. It's playing Carrie Underwood. And
Incredible. They have radio technology.
yeah, and like there's a candle lit, and it's like down to like just the nub of the candle.
That's a fire.
But yeah, no one's here. Though you could probably drive this boat and pick up your crew.
All right. If I'm not, that's what I'll try to do. I think I'd be freaking out, and now I'm a little bit afraid of going into town. So I will, try to like extend the sails out and make my way over there. Not sure how realistic that is.
Do you continue listening to Carrie Underwood?
No, I'll turn the radio off.
And
Okay,
throw it
good.
away because it doesn't exist in the setting.
I was about to start giving you wisdom drain, so
No, if a radio were on and it looks like something happened to this guy, the first thing I would do is turn that fucking radio off. No way. I want to be able to listen to anything that's creeping up on me. And it's creepy.
also, what the fuck is a radio?
Also, what is
Yeah.
that?
I just imagine it was just like it's a fairy or something trapped in a cage that sits on the dash named Carrie Underwood.
The dash was made of
It just-
wood. So.
It just sings at you while you're driving.
Yeah.
I think that's the Carrie Underwood song.
All right, so you managed to drive the boat back to the cave. The rest of you see this boat come back. It's Tolly's boat, and you pull the e-brake up, so you park, you parallel park in front of the cave. The rest of you jump on the boat. You guys are all reunited now. What do you do?
Say, come on, let's go. Let's get out of here. I gotta get going.
Totally, you look really different today. Your scales look shiny. Oh!
Come on. I knew we just met, but
Oh, what did you do with Tolly?
I didn't do anything with Toli. All right. I came to the boat. It was completely abandoned, and it looks like he had been taken. He didn't properly anchor his ship, or his boat rather, and I left the candle on, left the radio on. Some
You left
fairy
the
was
candle
trying
on.
to talk to me. Guys, there's
Head.
something horribly unnatural in the center of the lake, and I fear for its influence on all of us, including Toli or anyone in the town. I think we need to get back now.
I'm assuming you would describe what you had seen in the center of the lake to us in detail.
I would, but you need to get on the boat first. Come on.
We are on the boat. We'll take it off.
All
You
right,
guys are
let's
sailing
go.
back to Kevin.
Yeah. I'm glad you found out something was going on, because I totally didn't just remember that I have the ability to get us out of that.
What?
I forgot that I had second level spells now. But to be fair, I have spider climb, but I can only do it to 3 people, so we would have been screwed either way.
Oh, I see.
You fucking spider climb?
Yeah, I totally forgot.
We're sitting there for like 8 hours.
It's a DC 10 climb check. So, like, one of you just has to make that.
Oh, well, you made it sound like it was a sheer cliff.
Yeah.
It might have been DC 20. I could be wrong, but it's not that hard of a check.
I'm pretty sure. I have like a negative. Oh, I have a -3. I thought it was significantly higher.
This did make my character choice feel special, so I appreciate
Yes.
Yeah.
I wanted to validate Tim.
As we're sailing back to Thrushmore, the old man will say, what you say in the center of the lake is very it's ominous, to say the least. We must tell either someone in the Sleepless Detective Agency or alert someone of authority in town to what's going on here, if they are still okay.
I agree. And Simon, I think this may have something to do with the gibbering mouther that we encountered on the docks. Perhaps this won't be the last time we see something like that.
Or, hear me out, we could get some supplies, take our new boat, and go to a different town.
And run a different adventure.
Yeah.
Just end up on another place on the same damn lake.
Peace out. It's time to go. Later,
Let's just
everybody.
re-roll. Let's re-roll a town.
Ah,
kinda
I
like-
see you found the neighboring town of Mushthor. It's the exact same. Oh, and Hazardton Lowells lives here too. What?
It's Lazarus and
Lazarus the
Howells,
Fourth.
and for some reason, everyone here also hates Ace. I don't know why.
It's around.
Pissing everybody off.
All right, so we get back to Thrushmore. Where would you guys pull into?
Wherever we started, probably.
I'm trying to think like where the. Yeah, you guys would probably end up either like here or here. Probably by Pier 19.
I was gonna say,
Yes.
was the cave somewhere on here that we could see?
Game.
No, the cave isn't on this map. The cave is
Okay.
like a little whiles out. Like it takes about
Okay.
it's about like a 30-minute boat ride out.
Isn't Pier 19 also the furniture or something store?
That's Pier 1 imports.
Close. That's where you guys fought the gibbering mouther was on Pier 19.
Got it. Okay.
So we did
If
see
we're
a
going
pile
into
of
town
goo.
too, we're going in what Ari described. I want to take a look at the fish there.
Well, you guys park the boat. We'll say on this dock here, the farthest one is the open one. And when you guys pull into Thrushmore, everything is dark. Like, you know, in most towns, when you walk in, they keep like lanterns on and stuff, like street lamps, and like, you know, every night, like there'll be like a cab company or like there's some kind of activity even at night. It's fucking dark. Like, you can see some lights on in some houses, but like it is dark. There is no one out. There is not a single soul on the street. And you guys get out Like
Was it
it's
Rapture?
not dark.
Was it Rapture? Everybody disappeared all at once?
No, you can see like as you walk by like these houses, you can see there's like people are inside, but like the doors are locked. And like there's no one on the street. Everything's very quiet.
Must be an air raid.
we missed the loud sirens.
As you guys walk, and as you get to about here, I want everyone to roll me a perception check.
Just a normal perception check.
Oh fuck! You get up those
Everything's fine
20s
here.
now.
Glad somebody else did better. Roll a goddamn 4.
Tim's rolling natties all the time now.
Huh.
Pay for that
Well-
roll 20 premium.
DC 10.
I have it too.
So-
Why don't I get bullshit?
Wasn't a hard check. But you guys, all of you, notice that coming from kind of there's like a walk trail down a path this way, there seems to be a white glowing light coming from down this passageway.
Is it like that thing that we saw before?
Yes.
I'm gonna draw.
Not the
my first-
yellow lights you were investigating from Tully.
No,
Those are different.
the one we saw from the inn that we like chased down, and then it
Yeah.
just went.
Yeah. What do you do?
Do you guys think we should follow it? I mean, remember last time we missed our chance.
Yes. I think it's a sign, perhaps from the gods.
All right. So you guys
Yes,
walk down the path.
That you travel at night.
Yeah, but I'm also wary, so I'm gonna pull out my sword.
I have my Star Knife out too.
All right. So weapons drawn. You guys dash through this kind of trail, and you get to a clearing. Once you get to the clearing, you see what looks like a glowing white figure, kind of like maybe like 20 feet in the sky, and it just kind of like dissipates out. However, with the moonlight above you, see through this clearing, and there is this big monolithic pillar standing, like freestanding inside this clearing. And it looks like this.
Oh, the old man gets shivers when he takes a look at that. Like there's something crawling down his spine.
That's not ominous looking at all.
Ari, you know of these pillars. You know that there are actually 2 of them in Thrushmore.
You went
So all
robot.
that stuff at the bottom, Ari would know and can relate to the party.
You have gone
Ari
robot.
actually
Yeah, you went robot, Alex.
In role-playing games, pillars and obelisks, nothing good comes from them. They are universally bad.
Yeah.
It reminds me of the 2001: A Space Odyssey. The music that's going on during the scene with the monolithic pillar. It's like,
I've still never seen that movie.
It's
No, I
It's-
can't
it's
find it
heady.
anywhere. Like, no streaming service has it.
very heady.
Yeah. Read the book too. I think
I feel like the book might be better. It took me like I had to do like look online to understand the ending.
Yeah, the book makes the story make more sense.
Mm.
Okay. Tim,
Okay.
could you read out the text underneath the picture for the rest of the class, please?
This trio of ancient 12-foot-tall semicircular menhirs forms an equilateral triangle atop Thrushmore's hills. Each stone is etched with unidentified, non-Khalid runes and a misshapen star. The runes seem to face a common point in the town center, or they would have if one of the stones hadn't been destroyed during the construction of Iris Hill. Oh no.
So there used to be 3 stones here. Now there's only 2. Asylum buddies. Everyone roll an intelligence check.
Ass friends.
If this is something that
Not
Ari
kidding.
knows, I kind of want to find the other one and like trace where they intersect.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, fuck.
Oh,
Alright,
two
We gotta remember the
natural
bonuses on these aren't as high.
Bunch of dumbass.
I'll roll for Robin. Robin remembers. I didn't roll a 1, but I'm going to give you exposition anyways. Robin remembers that there were 3 standing stones on Briarstone Isle. They were much smaller than this, but they were what originally Lysandro was curious about because Zandalus drew the standing stones without having ever seen them because they're on a different point of the isle. They're in like this clearing that you're in is like a big kind of field. On Briarstone Island, they were all like condensed into a clearing of this size. You guys know now that these are much bigger. These standing, the Star Stellas in Thrushmore, and they're spread out amongst all of Thrushmore.
Yeah,
But
because you said there's 3, so I'm gonna. Oh, Star
There's
Stellas.
2
Okay.
now, it looks like.
there's one here, there's one here,
Here.
and there would have been another one here. So it kind of intersects somewhat near the center of town.
Okay.
Um,
And it's facing the face of it is towards the center,
yeah.
right? Okay.
Hmm.
So there was a smaller mini version of this on Briarstone Island.
Did
Yes.
we ever run into that?
You guys never actually went and saw them. No.
Okay.
And we're just gonna ignore the fact that there was a large glowing floating figure above one of these places. We didn't see anything about them really.
Yeah.
Well,
It wasn't. It was a figure. It was kind of like just like a mode of light. You weren't too
Oh.
sure if it was like a humanoid figure or like a blob or just an orb. It just kind of disappeared when you guys got here.
Oh, God.
The normal glowing orb.
I was terrified that it was gonna be like will-o-wisps.
Oh.
Do any of you guys do anything with the standing stone?
Do we get like a sense of like, is there magic coming from it at all, or like? Problem is, I don't have detect magic, so I can't tell.
I mean, you don't know. It's a large standing stone.
Magoo, do you sense anything coming off of this thing?
I can detect magic for sure, and then I'd also like to examine the runes to see if I understand what language they're in.
Okay.
That's a
So you
linguistics
walk
check.
up to the stone, and you go to kind of see what the stone's about, and you touch it. As soon as you touch it,
Big mistake.
you can hear something in your mind. You hear what sounds like some people talking, and it sounds like you caught the mid conversation. So what you hear is, "Don't worry, it will be finished by tomorrow." And then a second voice goes, "No, it needs to be done by tonight. I don't have time tomorrow. I'm busy with my kid's recital." And then you hear the first voice like, "Fine, listen, I already got the sacrifice. It's fine. We'll sacrifice it tonight then if you're so worried." And then the second voice says, "Good, I really need this done tonight. I don't have time to do it tomorrow." And then they stop talking.
I heard voices in my head when I touched this pillar, and there are 2 people talking about the timing of a sacrifice. Though one was very insistent that it be done tonight. It seemed urgent.
perhaps
This is
it's all
very
future.
foreboding.
A message from the past or from the future?
I would imagine, given that the time of day, it might be current. Based on what we know about these pillars, I'm wondering if perhaps this isn't something at the center of this all.
Yes, I wonder as well. Do you guys think we could find the exact spot we tried to sort of use these 3 points
So we should look at the other pillar to see where it's angled first. We'll need to know that to get to the center.
I will say though that this is just when you touched it. You haven't cast detect magic yet. If you cast detect magic, you realize that it is definitely a magical stone.
Okay.
I mean, obviously,
magic.
you hear things in your head. Does anyone else touch the stone?
You know what? I will, just so that I can object read it and see if that happened within like the past 4 days.
Okay,
Works that way.
so you touch the stone. What are you expecting when you touch the stone? Before you object reading.
I mean, I assume I'm gonna hear either something similar to what Magoo heard, or something involving, you know, whatever sacrifices or whatever coming up.
You can
So
call me
you touch
Simon
the
now. That's my
stone.
name.
You touch the stone, and you hear nothing. In fact, when you touch the stone, like, it's just nothing happened. You then do your object reading. You know the drill. Eyes go in the back of your head. Everything's all black and white. It's all very spooky and mysterious, and only Tristan's character, the professor, can see this. What you see with this particular stone, you go back and you're in this. Everything around you is on fire. Like, everything around you is on fire, and surrounding you is a series of serpent-like creatures, like men with serpentine heads, and they're wearing armor that looks like ancient Roman, like centurion armor, and they're all like casting spells and throwing shit upwards. You see one creature, and it has a conal-shaped body, then a very long tube-like neck, and a like bulbous head on top, with two big eyes and some little like tendril feelers at the bottom. Out of its back comes another big ass tube, and there's like a trumpet on the end, and then it's got two big fucking crab claws for arm. And it's holding this, like, it looks like an old school camera, and it's pointing this camera up towards the sky. You look at the sky, and what you see are a series of flying masses of pus. Here, let's see if I can find a picture for you. Pus, boils, mouths and teeth.
That kind of sounds like a
Yeah.
gibbering mouther, but like even more disgusting.
Eyeballs. Yeah, here we go.
He's too excited about this.
That description of the quad creatures got me a little worried. Like a, thing in Tyrion
I
Crown.
didn't think you would do an object reading on the Star Stella, but I'm glad you did. So yeah, you see all this, and you see this big, gross fucking creature above you, and it's like bearing down on these people, and then the weird conal creature points the camera at it, and it shoots this like fucking like unibeam of lightning, like Tony Stark's unibeam shoots out of it, and it fucking explodes this big thing, and it pops like a great big purple zit, and guts fucking fly everywhere. Here, I will show you what is it? Is it Control Z or Shift Z?
Yeah, she said.
What?
Zed? Not in this country.
I think it's usually if you have it. There you go.
There it
Yeah.
is. What
Yeah,
the
So
fuck?
What
that-
the fuck is that?
that's the thing that pops.
Thanks, I
Um,
hate it.
And then the thing that shot it,
Oh god damn it! I'm stuck in the loading loop again.
I have a
Two.
loading loop as well. I don't know.
If you just click it, it'll go back, I think.
No, I always have to refresh whenever whenever Alex shares
well,
things.
I have one more thing to show you. I'm going to show you what the conal thing looks like.
Better not be what I think it looks like.
Well, what do you think it looks like?
Okay, no, this is worse. This is way worse.
Uh,
Oh,
the fuck is
I had
that
to
then?
refresh roll 20 as well.
But yeah,
that
so that thing
is
is what shot it, and then when the other thing explodes, and when you look at that other thing, there was probably like, you remember in Avengers 1 when they look up at the sky and there's all the Chitauri and they're like swarming down from the sky? Think of that, but instead it was those gross fucking purple pus things.
more
There's
of
only
them.
one of these conal things, but there is a army of centurion-like serpent people fighting off these giant things. And when one of them pops, that's when you wake up.
What?
You can roll a knowledge history check, or a geography check, or even a local check if you want.
Oh,
Here, I'll
man.
do history.
All right, yeah, that'll do. Based solely off of the serpent people's armor, these aren't lizard folk. They are specifically snake people. Based off of their armor, you don't know how you know this, but you know this, like, academically know this. That's ancient history that you just saw. Like, we're talking the age of serpent men, like before even like the calamity and starfall and shit. Like, this is before man existed, kind of shit. Is what you just saw.
Now, and he'll like kind of
Occultists
explain
are
it.
fun. I like occultists.
He'll like explain it, and then just like every time he just describes that pus thing, it's just like a shiver.
Oh man. Ancient snake people before.
Yeah, I have no
before
bearing on
Ozlam.
anything like that. I love it.
That was like before the Azanti, right?
It has
This
to be.
is
I don't-
before humankind.
Yeah, before humans.
And that's weird because like,
Man.
so the way you were describing, like, those aren't even because there's the people with just basically like snake from here up, right?
Yeah.
Because
They
I was
look
thinking,
like-
I was
You
thinking
ever
it was
play
like
Dark
reverse
Souls?
Naga. Yeah.
You know when you go to like that one dude, like there's that part where that gate opens and you cross the bridge and the two fucking snake people show up?
Yeah.
They look like those snake people.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's,
Yeah.
it's like reverse Naga. Instead of snake body, like human top, it's just human body, snake top.
It's the opposite of Robin's character, yes.
Yeah. Anti-Robin.
Batman, you would say.
And he'll describe what he saw, and he's just like, it's something that was pre-time. That was, there's something wrong with this place. There's an ancient taint here.
Oh, I love your ancient taint.
Ancient.
Also, I don't want to touch one of these ever again.
Though you can detect that so object reading. Does that tell you what magical things do?
Yeah.
Can you read it for me? Like the mechanicalness
Yeah.
of like what it lets you know about the object?
Examining an item requires spending 1 minute handling the item. It's a magic item. The cultist learns the properties and command word as if he had successfully examined an item using detect magic and succeeded the spellcraft check. Does not reveal whether it's curse unless my class level is equal to or greater than the caster level of the item. That doesn't really matter. If the item has any historical significance, the occultist learns one piece of information about its past. And then if it was used no longer than 1 day per occultist class level, I get to take one piece of information about the last creature that used it.
Okay. So, this is what I'll tell you. I'm not going to tell you what this does because there's certain parameters you haven't met, but I will say that your character understands that this is a 20th level casting item.
Cool.
Sell it.
It weighs
Pick it up and sell it. It's a 12-foot tall stone.
44,000 pounds.
Yeah, it's a 12-foot tall stone.
Doesn't really have a price.
You would. So it says that you would succeed any knowledge arcana check on it.
No, a spellcraft check. Basically trying to figure out.
Spellcraft.
Basically, if it's a
Okay.
magic item that I could use, I like know what it is after a minute.
So you don't, but not because your object reading is not working. It's because it's almost like you're missing like a key. Like maybe not specifically a key, like a literal key, but like there is something that you are missing that isn't letting this work.
Hold on, dog's being a dick.
Well,
I will say that when you touch it, nothing happens to it, whereas when Simon touched it, he heard people.
Simon,
Anyone can also try a knowledge arcana or religion check on it, but Simon, I'm more interested in your religion and arcana check.
$20.
Okay, you don't understand.
This is beyond science and beyond magic.
Do you touch it again?
Let's see. We heard people talk. I think he's focused on trying to see if something's happening right now, what that's going to be. But yeah, he'll, just to see if he could glean any more information, he'll reach out and touch it again.
So you touch it again, and you're touching it at the same time as the professor's touching it. You're touching it, you hear nothing, and then you're about to take your hand away, but then you hear, excuse me, when you are finished with the assassination, can you make sure you bring milk? We ran out of milk from the store. And then you hear back, yes, I'll try to remember. I don't think the shops are open, but I mean, I'll just let myself in. And then they stop.
From what I just heard, it appears our suspect is some kind of milkman.
Tristan, you had your hand on the pillar the whole time. You heard nothing.
Okay, the old man's crazy then.
What are you going on about milk? Why?
Yes, Caleb.
Hey, if I cast detect magic, is there like a line coming out of the rock, like a phone line that can tell me where the sound is coming from?
Like a ley line?
We'll say roll me a knowledge arcana check.
Okay.
With detect magic, though, you can tell that it has conjuration and transmutation magic associated with it.
That's a 19.
With a 19, you're not too sure.
Yep.
Okay.
I
want to touch the rock. I want to see what happens.
All right.
Yeah, usually you throw them. You don't usually just touch them.
Oh, I like touching.
You dramatically touch the rock, and you hear nothing. Nothing seems to happen.
I assume nothing happens for me as well. I'll also touch it.
Well, you haven't
Yeah,
tested
nothing
it
happens
fully.
for Ari either.
I'll
You haven't
touch
thrown
it
a
as
rock
well.
at the pillar.
That's true. I'm gonna throw a rock at the pillar.
The pillar turns into a doppelganger and says, "What have you done?"
It's a 12-foot tall doppelganger.
Roll
Well,
for initiative.
Unless anyone else has any other idea, I think we should locate the other pillar and try to triangulate the center of where these faces are pointing.
Simon, do the voices stop before you lift your hand, or do they? You lift your hand and then the voices
They-
stop. Isn't
They
like
did,
that.
yes. I had my hand there to listen to them, and when their voices stopped, I lift my hand off of it. They do stop talking on their own.
Okay, well, Let's see what's at the other pillar. I'm afraid someone is dead tonight. Hope it's not someone we all cared about.
The professor's gonna look and just be like, "Why aren't I the conduit for the spirits?
Ooh.
Oh, they don't
All
want to talk through me."
So, you guys walk across the bridge. You get to the fish market. Do you still want to check out the fish market?
Yeah, just in passing, just a quick check to examine the fish based on what Ari said.
So you do some window shopping, and yeah, I mean, like, it's closed for the night, so like they don't have the catch of the day and shit up, but like, you can see that there's like some frozen fish still there. Like it's all kind of packed up, so it's hard to tell, but it looks like business as usual in this place. It looks like well maintained, well kept.
But
I
it's
don't know,
a
like
sale.
seem. Yeah, yeah. You see that tomorrow they have a sale on cod.
Sale on tentacles.
And sure, there's squid. They have calamari.
Sale on octopus and elder
Okay.
beings.
The only thing I was really curious about was just the state of some of the fish they had on display. But if there's nothing there, I guess we're gonna keep moving.
At this point, all of you hear a scream, but not like a scream for help, like an angry scream. And I need
Like-
Tristan to roll a will save.
Mm.
Oh shit!
Not the professor.
Does it sound like ah?
I
More like
better
a
be good with this.
like
Okay.
Yes, the disturbed scream.
Someone's punking it out over there.
Tristan, this scream, while it doesn't even really sound human, sounds familiar to you.
That's slightly disturbing.
What do you do?
You said it, so it sounds angry and inhuman.
Yeah. Very, very angry.
They say a mother always knows the cries of her baby.
Mm, I don't like that idea one bit. He'll look at the group and just be like, I don't know why, but we need to check this out. But I don't trust whatever's going on, so you see him just like reach his hand over his weapon and he's gonna start casting lead blades on his sword.
Whoa. That's right.
Did you-
Center of town? Is that where it came from?
It's coming from this area.
So we didn't. Okay.
It's
Oh,
coming
then I'm
from
gonna-
like northwestish area.
Okay. Then I'm gonna hold off on that because I only got 4 minutes of that if that's the case. And if I don't know if it's across town, I'm not gonna
Yes,
use that just yet.
It sounded like a very distant scream across town.
Okay. Then yeah, I'll just have that like I'm
Sword
gonna be
drawn,
ready
making
to-
arms heavy.
yeah.
It could be more urgent than checking out the Starstone, right? And maybe
Yep.
we should head that direction.
Yeah, I would say we would track
And-
the.
And we're not seeing anyone else out here, right? Like there's no
There
people.
is literally no one on the streets. Every now and then you see shutters closed.
Okay, so there's still signs of life.
Maybe this is like a Passover type of situation where we were supposed to paint lamb's blood on our home.
Do they do they just get raided every month by some extremely loud creature? Oh, what if this is the real monster of Ivers Hill?
Robin's character looks at you in disgust.
Okay, so we track the scream.
Yeah,
Yes.
we're gonna try and follow it, figure out where it's coming from.
Well,
Continue screaming just one time.
no, the scream stopped. There was only one scream. So you guys, are you going to the Star Stella then, or are you guys going to the center? Or are you just traveling this direction now?
Oh,
Traveling towards the scream.
Yeah, the rock's
Yeah.
gonna still be there, probably, hopefully.
We don't know where the center is, so I'm assuming we're just trying to
So you
track
just,
towards.
we'll say you walk up, kind of like, you kind of go, you're going like this way.
Yeah,
Okay.
in the general
So-
area of it. So of course we're gonna pass by the epicenter.
You guys get to the center of town. As you're walking, once again, like I said, there is occasionally like a shutter closes. There are still no lights at all anywhere.
Oh no, we've got a map.
And
This is bad.
I'm going to
Kitty.
base. I'll play Niobe, unless someone else wants to play Niobe.
You don't think we can handle this on our own?
I was talking to Jackie about this, and she said you should follow your own advice and never underestimate the party. So that's exactly what I'm doing.
You're not underestimating us.
I'm not underestimating you. Wouldn't have thrown.
I'm getting very very much the shadow over Innsmouth vibes from this particular session.
Chris, if you like that BBC podcast that I
need to
sent
listen,
out, listen to it from the beginning, from the Charles Dexter Ward one, because they do like it is a continuational story. Don't just pick the last one because it's the coolest sounding story. Hi, kitten.
Yeah.
Wait, where did you put this podcast?
And like
It's
other
on the
podcasts.
Other podcasts?
suggestions.
Yeah.
It's it's called I think if you look up Lovecraft Investigation BBC or the Case of Charles Dexter Ward BBC. It's
Awesome.
so fucking
Right.
good. Highly, highly, highly recommend. Okay. 2, 3, 4. Hey, look, a Gripply.
I don't like the fact that he's had to go get another book.
Okay. So you guys are walking around at the speed of sound. Got places to go, gotta follow the rainbow. Okay. So you guys are chilling. You're wandering through town. You hear another scream. Like a scream. And I need everybody to roll me will saves again. Everyone, not just Professor.
Oh, poopy butts.
Ooh, that's bad. Ooh, that's bad for you.
Fuck, I don't know. I feel like that should be good, but I don't know. Should I point that? I hate like the 15-16 area because it's that like could be good,
they
could
won't
be
be.
bad. Like, yeah.
I for sure know I'm gonna point my save.
Well, then do it.
That's a
Point it.
given. It's just a given.
But I rolled a 9, so I don't know if I can do much better.
I
That's
got
even
worse.
worse.
Okay, it's destined. I'll take that.
I'm gonna hold my 15. And
Everyone
you failed.
who rolled below an 18,
Dicks.
Hell yeah.
you are now. You have to cower in fear for 2 rounds. And let's roll initiative.
Cowering condition on. Oh wow, it really takes down your AC.
Wait, is there actually a? Oh, there is a cowering. I don't think
I
I've
didn't know
ever
that.
heard
I just
anyone
read
actually use
what it
that. Wait, so is it legitimately cowering?
Yeah. It says in here, all creatures within must make an 18 will save or cower in fear for 1d4 rounds. And I rolled a 2. So for 2 rounds. Is that everyone's niche?
Holy shit! Yeah, that really does drop your AC.
Yep, takes no actions, takes a -2 penalty to AC, and loses Dex bonus.
Oh, brutal. What the hell? You guys are all cowering?
Yep,
Oh,
except for you.
Anyone who rolled above an 18 is not cowering.
So I rolled exactly an 18.
Beat.
Beat your meat.
I cower first, though.
And we got a 7. And she rolled. She passed her will save. She is not cowering. I think everyone's initiatives are in there. Kayla, your
Really?
initiative is in.
I only see me and
Yeah, the turn order tracker's not
Sorry.
updated. Penny, no.
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 All right. Well,
What am I gonna do?
it's
You
up
gotta
to
add our
mine.
turns.
You guys are all in mine, so I don't know.
yeah, we just probably got to refresh then.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you'll just call it out, I guess, then.
Okay. Simon, you're up first. The scream came from this direction.
Let me zoom out. Can you point to it again?
The east.
That one? Okay. Well, hearing the scream and knowing that I am an old man, I will cower.
What does the cowering condition do? Can you read out?
You
for
are
me?
frozen in fear. You take no actions. You take a -2 to your AC, and you lose your Dex bonus.
Ooh, that sucks. Ari, you're up.
You're the only one that gets to do anything.
Okay.
Thanks, Boo. I might
Take
have
us
killed him
all.
while doing that thing you told me to do.
I wish I had an actor here to like I don't have any spells prepared to like help you get out of this condition, unfortunately.
Yeah, I even looked up that amulet thing that I got. It only works on panicked or frightened.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
A panic is admittedly worse, I suppose, than cowering, because, well, depends.
No, panicked. I feel like panicked would be better because at least you're not just
Yeah.
stuck there.
Yeah, just a duck in the water or whatever. Fish out of water.
Ooh, bacon.
I'm going to move 30 feet, and I'm going to draw my star knife, and I'm going to come to this like corner over here, and I'm going to look down where the scream is coming from and see if I see anything. And ready in action to actually standard action. I will cast returning on my star knife.
Okay.
No, returning star knife.
What's your line of sight look like?
I'm just trying to look down this alley where I think this is coming from.
I'm gonna say that this building kind of blocks, so you can see down this alley. So
Yeah, and it's coming from here, right?
yeah.
It's coming from this behind this building. I don't have enough movement really to. I could go here, but that doesn't really help either, and I don't want to move like double move and then kill myself.
Okay, so you see there shambles this gross, decaying, like his one arm is like malformed and overly large and like kind of like cut open, like flayed open, and like you can see the bone and all the veins like in his arm. His one eye is a gaping black hole with red mist smoking out of it. His mouth looks like it was like he had no mouth and it was glued together, and it has like ripped apart open, and his jaw kind of like hangs low. And one of his legs is twisted 45 degrees in one direction. And he comes around the corner. And he
So
kind of
theoretically,
shambles.
walking-
And he gets to about here. At this point, he sees the professor,
No.
and he's going to scream again. Not a will save required scream, but looking at the professor fills him with so much hate that he actually gets to walk an additional 30 feet.
Ah.
Mhm.
I hate
He's
it,
gonna
hate it,
go
hate it.
here, and at this point, Professor, I want you to roll me a will save.
Dang it.
This is the thing that's not good.
What are you talking about? This is fine.
You can't say that because you're cowering too.
Yes, it's
I was cowering too.
I'm just having a bad trip.
It's not
Hold
real.
on. I'm immediately gonna good boy point that.
I'm
I
gonna
don't
tell
wanna
you
be-
not to,
Okay.
because it's too high of a check, and you want to fail this check.
Okay.
Because once this man shambles towards you, you remember something. And I want you to read out this memory that you have for the rest of the class.
Oh God. A frantic professor runs through an esteemed manner, runs toward an office, and slams open the door. "He's escaped!" shouts the disheveled professor. Oh, I don't remember what Hazard Lowell's voice was, but who escaped? Asked a confused
Think
Hazard
like
Lowell.
Professor Snape.
Who's escaped? That's a confused looking Hazard Lowell sitting at his desk, currently consumed with various paperwork, notes, and books. Francis, he's left and he took our notes. Notes? Do you mean to tell me that your pet broke loose and took your work and has left the premises? Worse than that. He's taken both my notes and Munn's notes. Lowell stands up from his desk. You better get that man back here and quickly, Doctor. Can I use Niobe? Asked the professor. A pet to fetch a pet. Yes. Yes, you may use Niobe, but only if you think you can control her. She is feisty, that one. Before Lowell could even finish his sentence, the professor nods his head and rushes down the hallway, down the stairs, towards the cellar.
Oh my god.
Wow.
All right.
What a great Snape voice.
Not my notes and Munn, whoever the fuck Munn is.
Professor, it's your turn.
I'm guessing I still can't do anything other than cower.
You cower for 2 rounds, so this is your first round of cowering.
Oh no,
Ace,
not the singer.
I believe you're also cowering for 2 rounds.
Yep.
All right. Niobe is not. And what the fuck will Niobe do?
Eat it.
I don't want to play this character. Niobe.
Her modus operandi is usually cast Fire Belly.
Yeah, usually.
Yeah, it's only if there's
Um,
a bit. Just thundercloud the shit out of everything.
Oh yeah.
I feel like aggressive thundercloud is just like the low level orbital strike you call it.
Flaming sphere. Jesus, like in the last battle.
Ooh. That's not a bad idea. Alright, well, she is going to cast Flaming Spear. Oops. She's going to cast Flaming Spear, and she's going to cast it in between you two. Boom. Actually, no. She's going to
Is that
cast it
range
on
to hit him?
Why would she not?
Okay.
So he has to make a reflex save to negate.
So hot it's blue.
And he got a 15, which I believe fails. Yes, a 15 will fail. So then she has to roll 3d6 fire damage. Oh, wait a minute. Spell resistance, yes. She has to make a caster level check.
Oh,
You guys are level 4?
Mhm.
Yeah. She fails. The spell does nothing.
Damn it.
That would have been really good. So she's gonna say like, "Oh fuck, shit, fuck," and she's gonna kind of just back away behind the party to protect herself. Simon, you're up.
Cower.
Oh shit, dude.
Top of the round. You're still cowering though, right?
Yep, cowering.
Ari, you're our only hope.
So they're not helpless, right? Like he's not gonna get coup de grace.
Not helpless.
No, we're just very
Uh,
easy to hit targets.
Fuck. So first things first, I'm gonna cast a fervor, and that'll allow me to put divine favor on my weapon. So that's a swift action,
Okay.
and then I am going to try to make a knowledge check if available.
It is a religion check.
Okay, I have that, I believe. Yeah. 12. Not good.
This looks like a weird fucked up zombie thing.
Okay. What is this thing? Seems to be focused on you, Professor. Stand up quickly. And I will throw my returning star knife.
You said to the professor, you just
Yeah. So this is at a +2 with divine favor.
Oh yeah, that'll do.
Okay, so that's 10 damage instead of 8.
Ooh. Yeah, that hurts, but not as much as you thought it would. Hold on. Wait,
Damn
what
it.
kind of weapon? What kind of damage? Oh, it's piercing?
Yeah.
Yeah, not as much as you thought it would.
Okay. All right, that's my turn. I don't think I'm going to move. Kind of like where I'm at.
Well, it's his turn,
You
and
don't
he's
wanna,
gonna
like,
go
get in
right
between us?
up to the professor.
No.
And he's gonna swipe at you with his claws. 3 times.
No.
That was cracked. That was also
That
cracked.
was more than 5 feet of movement. Right?
Yeah, it
That's
was.
a nat 20. That's bad for you.
No.
That's a 21 to confirm.
Yeah. Well, now that because I'm cowering, yeah.
Alex,
Tim-
can you move in full attack?
That second one.
Yeah, that is true.
Also a hit. No, yeah, it. Yeah, don't worry.
All right, just check it. I just wanted to know.
Okay, so that was 2 more hits.
I just love that Alex's camera like froze and then caught back up of just him just vigorously doing this.
And he gets a free grab attack against you.
2-8 creature.
So that is a 29 to grab you.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
You might die here.
Cool.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a second memory. As this guy is literally ripping you to shreds, you remember something more. And I want you to read this for the class as I tally up this damage.
As I die. Jesus Christ. Half-elf man covered in blood-stained bandages runs through the outskirts of Thrushmoor. It's late, and he can barely see where he's going. The forest of trees he runs in block the moon, and the only source of light he hopes to have. Eventually, he finds his way into a clearing and the first time in a while he stops to take account of his surroundings. After a moment of standing, the half-elf collapses to the ground. This half-elf does not look good. He is dressed in tattered rags, soiled brown, red, and yellow. His right leg appears to be rotated 45 degrees to the left, giving the man a hobbled and painful gait. His left arm is swollen to the point where he can no longer bend or even lift his arm, his fingers disappearing into the cancerous mass that now is his hand. His right arm clutching to the series of papers and notes. The man's face is obscured by bandages. However, it appears that his mouth has been somehow removed. There's a large, gaping, black pus-filled hole where his left eye should be. It's a sentence I never want to have to read ever again. Hiss! The half-elf wipes... Yeah, the half-elf wipes his head around behind him. He sees nothing but blackness in the trees. Hiss! The sound of hissing surrounds him. The half-elf can smell it now. It smells like death. Hiss! He's uncertain where it comes from, but it is getting louder. Hiss! It's behind him now as the half-elf turns again to see a horrific sight. A creature with a snake-like body, horns, and arms that extend unnaturally far. The snake creature lunges at the half-elf. He tries to get up and run, but his disfigured legs cause him to stumble as the creature descends upon him. The creature begins to claw and bite and squeeze the half-elf, ripping him at his tattered rags, exposing his horrific scars, lack of skin, and fungal growths. You could have avoided all of this, Francis, says the professor, emerging from the shadows. The snake creature continues ripping apart this helpless half-elf. We could have discovered so much, Francis, laments the professor. You were the beginning of something great, Francis. Some greatness, Francis. This is what we... This is what you have forsaken. Francis cries out in a muffled cry of pain from within his quote-unquote non-mouth. now it looks like I'm going to have to teach you something with this final lesson. As the professor reaches down towards his belt. I found this in your possession a while ago. As the professor pulls out an immaculate sword with a red hilt. Your ancestral sword passed down to you from your grandfather, to his father, and now to you. Red Destiny, I think you called it. The snake creature continues to rip and tear at the whimpering half-elf on the ground. Well, now it looks like you decided to throw away greatness to fulfill your family's stupid, sentimental red destiny. All right, Niobe, now stop. The snake creature stops mutilating the half-elf, his left arm sliced open like a hot dog bun, his remaining eye dangling from a nerve, and his foot crushed. He still clutches to the notes in his right hand with a death-like grip. I have one final test I would want to conduct.
And then your memory comes back, you fade into reality again, as this thing claws you 3 times and grabs you. When he grabs you, he does free constrict damage. So you take 58 points of damage.
Yeah, and I'm literally dead.
Yeah, that's permadeath.
Because that's double my total health.
So I want to be like 100% sure this creature is able to move more than a 5-foot step and full attack. Like there is a mechanical. This is a mechanical thing that it can do.
As soon as this creature sees the person that murdered it in its past life, it is affected by haste casted at 20th level.
Oh,
What the
It has
fuck
2
is this
claw
thing?
attacks. And then haste gives it 3 claw attacks.
Yeah, but it doesn't give it a free move, I don't think. But you could have 5-foot steps anyways.
Yeah, I mean haste doesn't let it just move for free.
I don't
No,
think.
If it takes a move, if it takes a move, it can move an extra distance, but it doesn't.
His basic attack is 2 claws.
Yeah, but
Yep.
that's like a full attack. You can only take
Oh, okay.
one claw.
So we'll
With haste,
take
there's no-
away then.
No, but I mean, he could
Take
just
away-
move. He could have just 5-foot step diagonal and ended up doing the same thing.
No, I think he moved 10 feet. Oh, that's true.
Yeah,
He
based
could've
on
just
because
moved.
the
He did, 'cause he
score
was
you're
right
gonna
there.
miss one here. Oh no,
Yeah,
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 you're
he
right.
could have 5-footed there, yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
It doesn't
Um,
matter.
If you
Yeah.
had 15 more HP, would you still be dead?
Yeah, because I would be. Let's see, that'd be 44. So I'd be at negative 14, and my con's only 12.
Yeah, so it wouldn't matter either way.
Yeah, yeah.
He killed you in 2 hits.
Jesus fucking Christ!
Um,
Cool. Well,
Sorry, Tristan.
Jesus.
That's really
I'll have you-
shitty.
I'll have you know that that was my first character death, and you were not gentle on my first time.
I will say though, little light at the end of the tunnel. When the professor dies, the zombie-like visage of Francis stands above him and then kind of looks at the rest of you, and his jaw is still hanging open. His mouth is like shredded. Like he doesn't have a mouth. It's just his face was shredded into a mouth. And you're not too sure, but you can almost tell like it was smiling at you. And it kind of like relaxes and it looks at you, and then it just kind of like Infinity War dusts away. As we mourn the professor.
Okay, we did it. Did you experience that
man.
fight or what?
Oh god, monster.
I guess I'll
Sorry,
just
Tristan.
sit here and work on my backup.
Like the
I
professor, he
was
kept
planning-
getting out because not
I-
an idiot.
Does anyone want to roll a knowledge religion check?
Can I
Figure
roll
out what that
again? If I failed, can I roll it again? Or no?
Sure.
Sure. Ah,
I'm just gonna tell you what this is. Your characters won't know, but I want to explain to you the
Yeah.
player so you guys understand. Because this was a player death, so this was a big deal. This was something that I was debating even throwing at you yet. I was gonna maybe see if you guys should level up first. But I figured you guys kicked the Tatterman's ass so easily. And Jackie was saying never underestimate the party, Alex. This was a Revenant.
Revenant.
Yeah, it's kind of. I figured it was like a revenant
CR6
or.
creature. So it's about as difficult as the Tatterman is to fight.
Yeah.
The thing that's cool about a Revenant is that they're intrinsically tied to whoever murdered them in their previous life.
Mhm.
So, once let me see here. Reason to hate. A Revenant's existence is fueled by the hatred of its murderer. As long as the murderer exists, the Revenant exists. If the murderer dies, the Revenant is immediately slain.
Wow. Okay. See,
Um,
I failed my knowledge, so I was like, I wanted what I wanted to do, as I was hoping you survive one hit, so I could get a flank and start wailing on it. Didn't last one round of full attacks. That sucks.
when I was doing research on this book just to see what people are saying, a lot of people recommended not to do this encounter because apparently this is a TPK encounter.
Yeah, I can see why.
I can imagine, yeah.
Yeah.
Specifically because the book told me one of the PCs murdered a guy and became a Revenant. Pick a PC. And I'm sorry, Tristan, your character's backstory made the most sense.
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
Jesus.
But I will promise you, Tristan, this is not the end of the professor's story.
Oh god damn it! You're gonna Nethal Ghul me?
No. Now, whenever I do player deaths within my campaigns, I always usually give one out. So, in this case, it's kind of cut and dry because you were literally ripped apart by a zombie. So there's no way to be like, and then Deus Ex Machina comes and puts you back together again. Like that. You guys are too low level for that. But if you want to bring the professor back, we can talk and bring him back somehow. It might not be in a way you want.
All right, now hear me out. What if I become a Revenant now?
Sure. No.
except there's like not a lot of pieces left to become a Revenant.
What is this scary hand?
Well,
It's very
also,
fast.
your murderer your murder Infinity Ward dusted away. So, yeah. Oh man, this actually does have me excited though, because like I said, the professor's story is not ended yet. You guys don't know anything about the professor.
Neither
His
do I.
identity is important to the plot. So,
I do have to figure out what to do now because the backups that we talked about don't make sense now. So now I will have to figure something out for that.
you can still play Winter.
I thought she left with the
No, she's
the
still at the
patients.
Sleepless Agency.
Oh, okay.
However,
It's really-
you wanted to build her as a war priest, I think.
Yeah, which the fact that we already have
We can have 2 war
Two
priests.
priests.
Fucking me and
Priest
Caleb
war.
played yesterday in a group with like 3 monks
Double
and 2
monks,
druids.
yeah.
Yeah, it could be fun. We could buff each
Yeah.
other.
It was really poetic that you died holding Red Destiny, though.
yeah.
I think that's the weapon you've been using.
The Red
It was
Destiny
+1.
connection is something I made. The book doesn't tell you anything about Red Destiny. Just
Well,
that
I
it
mean, for
exists.
the story, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wrote that. I wrote that myself.
Good job.
I
I still love the quote unquote non-mouth. I don't know why that just
what you
cracked
did.
me up. Also, I'm trying to remember. Have we mentioned a Francis?
This is the first you've heard of a Francis.
Okay, because I was like, the name getting brought up like made me think. I was just like, is this something that I've forgotten?
Emily from Southern Tomfoolery is a big fan of Francis. But yeah, I was looking at it, and I was looking at all of your guys' HP and stuff, and I was like, if the Revenant crits, it can permakill someone.
Oh
On
yeah,
just a regular attack, it would put him under. And I had faith that you guys could keep the professor alive enough to like revive him after he brought down. But fuck, that's a rough fight.
well yeah, and the fact that the shriek or whatever, like I would have had to roll a 12 or above to not get paralyzed by that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I have like jacked up saves too.
Also, the Revenant, specifically against the Professor, gets a +4 against its attack rolls, weapon damage, grapple checks, and saving throws.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, to have a Revenant encounter when one of the people is the one that killed it is, yeah, that's very dangerous.
Especially the one directly up front.
Well, I mean, if it was the old man,
I'd be
then-
dead, yeah, for sure.
yeah.
Oh, you'd have been
I would
dead just
absolutely do that.
looking at you, like for
Yeah,
the amount of
the
damage it
only ones
does.
that have the biggest chance of living would be you and probably Ari.
Yeah, if
Yeah,
there
because
was
I had 29 hit points total, and so like I said, you literally doubled my entire hit point pool.
yeah.
I did the math there for you.
Yeah.
So, like, my crit that I rolled, 2d8s, I rolled a 1 and a 2, or 2 1s. That's why it's 2 + 7. So my crit wasn't even that bad.
Mm-hmm.
But he has a +7 to damage, +4 against for you. Double it.
It would have been a different story if we could have stopped it from moving, but everybody was cowering, so it was like
Yeah.
Yeah.
we
Yeah,
didn't
we
really have a
couldn't
lot of
take
This
options.
is what was supposed to happen in the Tatterman fight.
Oh, really?
Not just
Yeah.
me stabbing him in the back with the silver sword.
I guess our good luck ebbs and flows with these types of fights. So I guess now we know where the scream came from, right? It was that creature.
That's where the scream came from.
Mystery solved. Maybe we'll go home now.
I will
So yeah,
creature-
what do you guys do? What do you have the professor's dead body?
I will create some water and wash up his wounds. See that he's dead, and kind of like, what should we do?
I think we should not hang out at night. We should probably just go and chill at my place until morning.
Well, was this the murder? I mean, there could be someone else out there who's going to be killed, just like the professor.
Yes, we don't know
Oh.
what
We don't know where this creature
The
went,
professor
really.
didn't even get to relay his memory to the party.
Yep, no memories there for us.
Yeah, we don't know who this guy was. Yeah.
The professor, or the old man, I think, is like stops cowering and then stands up to see like this just massacred body. In shock for sure, just not knowing what to do. Like bends over, closes his eyes, and then turns over. We don't know where that thing came from. We don't know where it's going or if it's coming back. I think we need to retreat as soon as possible.
Yeah, let's go back to
Like,
So
it
you
was
guys-
slain, right? It got destroyed, right?
It, like,
Did it look like that, or did it look like
Yeah.
it evaporated?
An Infinity Ward away. I don't feel good, Mr. Stark. Away.
Turned to dust.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, this was.
No, I don't think it was coming back. I don't think it's coming back. Rather, it seems like it didn't seem like it teleported. It seemed.
You guys don't even know it's a Revenant.
Nope.
I didn't even know it was Revenant. I know it's bullshit. I rolled a fucking 6.
I'll
You're
roll a
under
knowledge
21,
religion.
to be fair.
I'll roll a knowledge religion to see. Bam.
Oh.
Okay. Now we know.
So now you know it's a Revenant.
Yes, the way that creature looked at him when it attacked, it seems like perhaps the Professor had murdered him at some other time, maybe before he even knew. That's memories of it.
This can't be related to the visions we've seen at the pillars, though, right? I mean, it seems like they were. You described this as people talking to each other about killing someone.
Well, I mean,
Yes.
The professor saw the visions, and it turns out he's a fucking murderer.
But you don't know that.
What do you mean?
No, that
We
was
can
that
infer
was
it,
Simon
dead
who
man.
saw that. Simon
Well,
saw
you can
the
defer.
voices.
That if
From the
it's a
Revenant
Revenant, and the Revenant murdered the
Oh,
professor
yeah, true,
and
yeah.
disappeared,
In the wind, you just hear, "Remember, I was a good person."
Well,
he's not.
I feel like perhaps we should continue trying to find the center of these pillars and potentially understand what these people were doing.
We're like at the center right now.
Are we? Are we
Yeah.
definitely dead center? Okay, so that was
Wait a
creatures
minute.
there.
The people talking.
It looks like a residential area.
Okay. Hey, I'm gonna knock on the next door that I see that has a light on, and I'm gonna see if there's another adventurer in the house that wants to join us.
Tristan, you let me know if you're ready.
Oh, it's
It's
Wait,
gonna
what?
be a bit.
I said
Yeah.
I'm gonna knock on the next door and seeing if there's someone who wants to adventure with us.
I kind of was playing what's her name at the sleepless. What's it called?
A winter.
well, yeah, but I was gonna do War Priest, but then I've been figuring I need to rework it because now Tim's a War Priest.
Yeah, I think. So I
Tristan,
don't. I
you
guess I
do-
don't know what.
You do whatever you need to do, Tristan.
Yeah.
And you just chime in whenever you want to talk.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll try to not have another combat. Let's see if these guys cannot pick a fight. Okay, so you guys walk your way back to the Sleepless Detective Agency. Did we just leave his corpse in the middle of the street, or
No,
No,
we can take it.
I'll take your work name. Yeah.
All right, so dragging the corpse of the professor, hitting his head on every rock on the way to the Sleepless.
I'm holding it deadly.
At one point his arm falls off, so you have to the ace goes around and picks it up and then slots it back in the hole.
I pick it up. I'm like,
And,
I pick it up. I'm like, hey, let me give you a hand.
Nice.
All right. Now I know I want the professor to come back as a ghost that haunts only.
Ace.
How does possession and corruption go again? So you guys go back to the Sleepless building. It's locked, so I'm assuming you knock on the door. The lights are on. Eventually, Cassadia opens the door. She's like, "What is this? What the fuck? What happened to your friend? Oh, come inside." And she ushers you inside.
Revenant.
A revenant? What is a revenant doing here?
It was after the professor.
It's
It
gone
seemed to
now
accomplish.
because it killed the professor, so everything's good. Everything worked out for the best.
It killed
going
the
on?
professor.
What's going on with the town now? Everything is dark and people are behind closed doors.
Ah, yes. Well, the professor, oh my goodness, he's so dead. He's extremely dead. Ah, I sure hope the next person that joins you doesn't have an object reading ability, because that would really suck for him.
It seems like every time he used it, it was bad luck.
It was used against him in some way because the DM wanted to fuck with the player. So she's like, "Yes, Thrushmoor. Citizens of Thrushmoor don't spend a whole lot of time here at night. It's a pretty quiet city during the nighttime. Everyone kind of keeps their doors closed. There's a lot of superstition that the Briarstone Witch will come get them, or that there's mysterious ghosts that haunt the streets. Apparently, that's not entirely inaccurate, seeing as our newly acquainted friend seems to have met his match, as we were to say.
It's okay.
What have you found with Toli's grotto?"
Oh,
Certainly.
it was. No, I was looking at something. It doesn't matter, but say, we saw that there were lights, or we investigated lights. And we found it was inside a cavern. There was this druid woman with some fungal pets, and she seemed to be making these. We bested her. It seems to be the cooking fires inside the cave what was causing the lights, but seems that she was creating these potions, these dream brews there. We had correspondence we saw from her to another person.
Another person? Who is this person? Do you have a name?
Yes, let me rifle through my pack and check my notes.
I think it was just a letter, right? Or something.
Yes, it was addressed to, the woman's name was Daradella, and the note was sent from a woman named Melisande.
Ah, I see. Very interesting. Well, I have some notes to peer through. You guys seem worse for wear. Perhaps a rest would be nice, or maybe you'd like to stay up at night and help me study, and we can exposit exposition. Or I can give you exposition at breakfast.
I'm actually really concerned that there's a murder happening still, but I suppose we have no choice, so we're gonna get killed.
There's a murder happening? What is this murder you speak of?
Yes, I see. We went to one of the Star Stellas after coming back from the grotto. There's mysterious lights around there.
The tourist attraction.
Yes, the mysterious lights attracted us to it, but I put my hand up against this pillar and.
Wait, what mysterious lights?
Oh, there was a
mysterious lights?
Oh yes, it was nothing. It was just a mote of white light floating above the pillar that then vanished. I'm sure it was just a atmospheric phenomena.
A weather balloon.
Sign from Desna.
What?
Okay, continue. So
Yeah,
I'm assuming
so
you explained.
nothing. Yes.
But we're not gonna exposit what we literally just did.
Mhm.
She's like, "This is very, very interesting." Well, and Toli is missing, you say. This is very peculiar, and she kind of like dramatically wipes her desk of all of this stuff on it, like cups and shit. She's like, "Ugh!" And she whips all this shit off the desk, and she grabs like a map of Thrushmoor, and she lays it out on the table very dramatically, and she's like, "We could see." And then she's like, starts putting pins like, "This person, the baker went missing at this date on this area. And then at this date on this area, this person went missing. And then this date at this area, this person went missing." And people have been going missing from Thrushmoor very regularly at a regular state all the way back from April. This is very intense and very intriguing, and I've been investigating. I believe that something has to do with perhaps the head of the town. Lowell's apparently hasn't been around much. I don't know if he's still held up in Iris Hill, or if perhaps he's left town and just is gallivanting somewhere, or perhaps he's held up inside of his own basement or attic or something. no one's been able to go into Iris Hill. Count Omari has been went to Fort Halecourse to talk to the magistrate Paget, but she also hasn't been seen since then. The fort seems to be an area of interest. Every time I send my agents to go there or go there myself, we get shunned away at the door, saying that the fort is under lockdown for some reason. I'm not too sure. I don't quite understand. I'm trying to investigate the missing people, but I don't know where they're going. You say now that you're hearing voices in the stone telling you conversations between individuals about murder and abductions, perhaps, and sacrifices. This is
Yes.
very peculiar. I would recommend going to Fort Halecourse and investigating. However, of course, we've exhausted all of our legal means of doing so. So I don't know where to go from here. I, of course, do not employ you. You are not my employee, so I cannot control what you decide to do and what you decide to do and not do. Therefore, there will be no paperwork needed to be signed at this detective agency. Therefore, I cannot reprimand you for any unscrupulous behavior while you go there. So, I don't know what your plan is, but maybe Fort Halecourse is a good plan.
What happened? So when you went out, you said you were going to investigate. You were sending some people out there. You just got
Yes,
turned away. Did they come back?
Yes, Omari went there and she never came back. And since then, we've sent other people to follow up, but they were sent away at the door. Borrowin Kessel is the front desk attendant at the fort, and she always seems to turn away our agents when they go to investigate. And even though we try very legitimate legal means, they are also the legal building of the area aside from Iris Hill. If you ever need a warrant for someone's arrest, or the police, or investigations through a legitimate government source, not from a private investigation company as myself, you go to Fort Halecourse. However, they seem to be ignoring all legal recourse, and we can't go to Iris Hill, and those are the people we need to talk to get them evicted. So, I am at a loss at this moment.
Does Kessel have any preferences? Can she be bribed? Perhaps.
Have any what, sorry?
Have any preferences? Like exotic chocolates. Something that we can bribe her. I'm asking if she's corrupt.
There's some extreme lag. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Are we trying to bribe her to get more info? I thought she gave us all her info.
No, so we can get in. Bribe Kessel. Isn't she?
Oh.
Kessel's the front desk person who was turning people away at the fort, right?
Yes.
So I think that's what I was asking. If we think that she is a little shady, we can bribe her with something. I know what she wants.
Perhaps. She is. I'm relatively new to town. I don't speak much with the locals, so I don't know much about her personally. But that is definitely an option available to you.
I don't think unless we recruit some sort of stealth specialist, I'm not sure we can get in.
Oh, if only a rogue were to pop up somewhere.
I'm a stealth specialist.
Oh, sorry.
You
never
play
mind.
music. Well, we will say that you guys think about this. I'm assuming you retire for the night because it's very late, and you guys have obviously established that Thrushmore is not a safe place at night. And as you are sleeping, Niobe has some very intense dreams that we'll go into later. I'll talk to her about this later. And the rest of you sleep. A very nightmare-filled sleep. All of you have visions of your friend the professor being torn alive, as it was a horrific, traumatic experience of extreme violence and gore. However, for some reason, you wake up with a huge stiffy, because all of you have leveled up to level 5 now.
Oh, fuck.
Shit!
Yeah. So.
Is that why you're asking if I'd have had the extra hit points?
Well, I was gonna say, before we tackle the fort, why don't we take a minute, level up, and we can discuss possible. Jackie's watching Austin Powers. We can talk about potential levels for Tristan. Oh, Jackie.
Yeah, that
I
sounds
killed
good.
Tristan in 2 rounds.
Yeah, I was gonna say, tell Jackie of what you did.
Jackie encouraged me.
This is a big level. I think I get.
So therefore, I'm hearing it's Jackie's fault.
No, it's the book's fault, but I definitely. The book recommends doing this on the second day you guys are in Thrushmore, which would have been today. However, I was debating doing it after you guys reach level 5 and doing it later.
Mhm.
However, that wouldn't make sense in the timeline because as soon as you guys stepped on Thrushmore, he woke up. And he rose from the grave. That's why it only takes him 2 days to get to town.
Yeah.
Revenants also have a supernatural link. They know exactly where their murderer is at any given time. And they hunt them relentlessly.
There was a Revenant in Rise of the Runelords that I GM'd, and they're incorporeal too, right?
I don't think so. They're just
Oh,
an
no?
undead. They're like a zombie. They
Yeah,
have,
because I just. Hold on, I had the page just up.
Maybe I'm thinking of a different creature than actually.
I don't remember reading a Revenant in Runelords,
No,
but I never
maybe,
played it.
maybe they're not incorporeal.
No, because it's basically like intelligent, somewhat intelligent zombie that just has a giant grudge.
What was it?
It's like yeah.
Did you run book 2 of Rise? Is that what you said you've read that one?
I've read it. I haven't run any of.
Do you remember? Do you remember like Aldor, the big boss of the book? He has like an ex-wife or something that is at the top floor of the man.
Oh, yeah, she's a ghost.
She's a ghost. I thought for some reason she was a Revenant. I don't know why. All right.
Oh no,
Yeah,
she was a Revenant. No, you're right.
I don't see any.
She's a Revenant.
I don't see any incorporeal.
Because she tears through the entire fucking house, just like blows a hole up in the center of it to get to the.
Oh no, I think she's a Revenant in name, but not mechanically, because
Not mechanically.
Revenant's in Bestiary 2, not Bestiary 1.
Okay.
All right, so let's level up. Tristan, what are you thinking? What are you thinking? The party right now, you guys are very. You don't really have a frontliner anymore.
Yeah.
You like, I know Ace is a pretty skill heavy class, but I don't know, you guys seem to be lacking the kind of stealth sneakiness. You guys don't really seem to have a problem with a face. You don't really have a lot of diplomacy issues, so I don't know if that's really an issue.
Is there a hole in your ceiling?
In my ceiling? No.
Yeah.
What? What are you looking at?
The cross beams. I just saw that and I thought it was just
no,
like a.
I don't know why that crossbeam is there. I plan on taking it down. It's not hooked up to anything, so like you can't hang anything off of it because there's no support beam there.
Yeah, just like the way that you were sitting, it looked like it was just like a hole directly in your.
Yeah. But Chris, you were saying level 5 is a big level for Simon?
Yeah, I get level 3 spells.
Ooh. Anything else? Anything cool with Elder Mythos Scholar?
I need to look. Still gotta look at everything. I don't know if I get something interesting at level 5 for that. I do. I add invisibility purge and see invisibility to my spell book, and I can cast those spontaneously by sacrificing a prepared spell.
That's really good.
Yeah, that is crazy good, actually. Same or higher level. Yeah.
I know, like, in Crimson Throne, my players, Kayla included, are like level 10, and they just now have the ability to see invisible things.
Yeah, I guess
Level 10.
Yeah.
That's pretty rough.
Kayla, what's the 5th level ace look like?
He gets the feat Arc Slinger, so shots within 80 feet are point blank, and shots within 240 feet are no penalty.
What the fuck?
You also get the invisibility spell.
You get invisibility?
Yeah,
Like the spell?
yeah. Invisibility, and I'm probably gonna take Mage's Crawl Space as well.
Nice. Monk Master Flex did anything cool?
I don't think so.
Ari, what's a 5th level War Priest of Desna look like?
Looks pretty good, man. I get a feat. Well, I guess everybody gets a feat at 5th, right? And then, so that'll
yeah.
go into that'll go into my precise shot, so I can now do some range attacks a little bit better. Since
Yeah,
that's
you
kind
need
of
it.
what I was going for.
It's a staple.
And yeah, so I'll be precise shotting. BAB does not go up, unfortunately, but my weapon damage goes from a D6 to a D8 because of Sacred Weapon. And then I
Making
get
the Star Knight
D6.
viable.
Yeah, I'm getting an extra D6 on my fervors, so I can heal or do damage to undead with 2d6 rather than just 1. I think that's going to be pretty much it. Oh, did he disappear?
Yeah, he did. I get Summon Monster 3. That's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
It's going to take a little bit. I imagine, yeah, we'll just be leveling up for like the next hour or so, looking at different stuff. I don't have this level planned out yet.
Yeah, because I already kind of have my level plan out.
So are we basically all leveled then, except for Tristan?
No, I need to do leveling. I usually spend a lot of time on it, and like doing it right now is going to take a little bit.
Fair enough. Like I said, I'm gonna try not to have a whole lot of combat. Tristan, what are you thinking? What's going through your brain right now for class?
Yeah, that's where I'm trying to figure that out, because like,
It's a lot. Don't feel like you have to introduce your character this session. That's a lot to
oh yeah,
ask.
no.
Yeah.
Well, and especially the fact that we just leveled up too, so now that adds like more choices I have to
Yeah.
make. It's 5th level is usually when like bigger,
Shit
like
starts
that's another feat, that's other big things. So I was debating on originally turning Winter into first was War Priest, but we got that covered. Secondly was going to be a
Paladin? Inquisitor?
maybe I haven't done Inquisitor yet.
Cavalier? With a
Cavalier? Giraffe mount?
No, that's
But I was debating between that or shit. Was it? Wait, is Blood Rager?
Blood
They're
Rager's
arcane.
fun.
They're like full Bab arcane, which is
Which one is?
Blood.
Is it Blood Rager or Scald that is Sorcerer Barbarian?
that's Blood
Blood
Rager.
Rager.
Okay, then
Scald
yeah.
is a barbarian.
Oh yeah, then that is the one I was thinking. Okay, Scald is
Blood Ragers are fun.
Barbarian.
I've never played a Scald, but I want to. I want to play one that's like a super metal dude named Lars.
Just have him be the
Nice.
guy from Guitar Hero. Lars
Yeah, pretty
Ulmo.
much.
So when you were
Yeah.
Tristan, when you were talking about Scald, were you thinking Blood Rager, or were you still
Yeah, I
thinking
was thinking
Scald?
Blood Rager,
Yeah, that's a pretty sick frontliner.
Blood
I
Ragers
would-
are fun,
yeah.
dude. I played a Cobalt Bloodslinger, Blood Rager, and he was fucking awesome.
Well, the funny part is, a lot of people are like, I remember looking them up before, and people were like, if you're going to play a Barbarian, why not just play a Scald or a Blood Rager? Because you automatically just get most Barbarian stuff plus casting.
Yeah, there's one archetype that I think is a little OP that like you can pick barbarian stuff from, but I mean Blood Rager has a lot of interesting stuff in it already too.
And that would be good to do now because I think Blood Ragers you don't get spells till like level 4.
Yeah,
because
something
you're
like
very
that.
limited spell wise. If you're gonna be a Blood Rager, though, I'm gonna say probably no to being Winter. We'll have to make you another character.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. That's why I'm kind of like
Winter's a religious character, so you got to pick a religious class if you want to play Winter. But you are allowed to play Winter if you. And she is a cleric. You could always use a cleric.
Yeah, because I was thinking about making her into like what was it, like a herald caller, but then then we have only frontline or limited frontline resources, and it also takes like an
True,
entire
very
turn to get ready.
You should be an Elder Mythos scholar.
Can never have too many of those.
Well, then we'd
Are
have
there
There's
any
the cleric archetype that lets you be an Elder Mythos cultist, so we could be opposed to each other.
Shit, what is the player's guide? Like, what are their suggestions? So I wonder if there's
Also,
any
I'm
other.
sorry for murdering your character. Is this really your first character death?
For Pathfinder, yeah.
I was your first character. I popped your death cherry?
Yeah.
Ah, it feels so special.
Well, because like
I feel
I'm only
a little
in
bad, but also not.
one other game. Well, no, because we had this, and then because I'm running the other ones.
Yeah, it's hard to have player deaths when you're the DM all the time.
Yeah. Let's see. I thought we had. Didn't I download the player's guide?
So what's going through our heads right now? We've learned a lot, even with just the Starstone.
Oh,
Why
I mean,
do
right
you
now
guys-
there's wind going through my head.
Oh yeah. Why do you guys suspect that Simon is the only character that seems to be able to do anything with the Star Stella?
Probably means that he activated it at some point. That's what I feel like.
Okay.
And as to why it pertains to something from before Starfall, that part I don't understand. Because that seems real sketch.
I am going to miss you playing at a cultist. It was a really convenient way to give exposition.
Oh, I guess I should also post my like inventory if you guys want to just loot the body.
Actually, okay, hold on. I have idea. There is a class for the psychic that makes you a ghost.
What?
Is that in the TTRPG channel, right?
Yeah, I was looking up psychics because they're cool. It's called like the Formless Adept or something, and it basically means you're a ghost.
Yes. Come
So
to the
if you
back
want to
line.
still play the professor, we can bring him back as a ghost.
Oh god, hold on, let me see.
That's hilarious. No, okay, how about that? Tim, that'll be your backup character. You can play the professor.
I would love to play the Professor's Ghost. Doesn't have any memories of his former life.
Double amnesia.
Formless Adepts master the psychic powers to unshackle themselves in the confines of flesh and empower their spellcasting.
I'm kind of thinking that the Professor's like connection to Lao and the occult. I don't know if it's a bloodline or a ritual he's done or something that allows him to access the powers of the statue.
Oh, you mean Simon and Loud?
Simon, yeah, sorry. Because like building the Iris Hill manor or whatever, like on top of that, that's super suspicious to me. Like on top of the thing.
Well, yeah, you know that there used to be 3. Now there's only 2. So Iris Hill broke the 3rd one, or removed it, or moved it, or somehow it's not there anymore.
It's not
Right.
inside. Maybe is there a possibility?
Yeah, they could have built around it. Yeah, that's true. They could have built on top of it. Maybe they built under it.
Dun, dun, dun.
Maybe we're all inside the last star, Stella. Oh, Kayla, I love your nails.
Thanks. Well, they're kind
Like-
of getting chipped because I've had them on.
But
Wanna
now,
think about feet.
you guys, Professor knows this. The players don't, or the characters don't, but the players do. You guys now know the professor also knows Lowls. And someone named Mun,
Mun.
whatever the fuck that means. It's a shame you didn't get a chance to relay this to the party.
I know, right? Just as like my dying words, just like fun, man.
Also, Niobe plays pretty prominently in one of your memories.
If we can wait till level 7, I can speak with Dev.
Just keep his body in a freezer.
I can prepare gentle repose tomorrow.
So, all right, we'll say you guys wake up. You're feeling great. Your best friend just died, and you're ready to take on the day. You can look outside. You see it's bustling city streets. You see there's like a little boy selling papers, like extra, extra, read all about it. Blood and dust found in City Square. And then like there's like a cart with like some like catch of the day fish on it. Like the fish market's right at like 1 block down. You can smell it wafting from the area. Smells of prawns. Yeah, you come downstairs. Winter is there. She's shakily drinking coffee. Like, I can't believe what happened to the professor. He may or may not become me. I'm not sure. I'm very scared right now. Credessa's there, and she's pouring herself another pot of coffee. And she's like, "Yes, hello, welcome." Yes. You realize that you've never seen Cassadia sleep. And she's always seems to be drinking some kind of cup of coffee, and she's very jittery. And she's like, "Hello, yes, welcome. You're finally awake. Finally. Are you guys ready to take on the day?"
Yeah, I have a plan to get us into the fort thing that we were going to.
What's your plan?
We're gonna go up to the front desk and we're gonna ask them to let us in.
Marvelous plan. I think there's no issues with this plan whatsoever, and I suggest you make haste.
Cool, let's go.
You don't think we should maybe investigate the people at all before we go in?
But how are we gonna investigate them before we go in to see them?
Like ask around, like, what are these people like? Can we bribe a guard or something? That's what
I
I...
think if the detective agency doesn't know about them, I don't think anybody else is.
That's fair. Yeah. Worth a shot, I suppose.
Just
Maybe
act
we
like-
could disguise
Just act
ourselves.
like you belong, and then they won't care. There's like, since a few of you guys don't have memories, there's like a 1 in 2 chance that one of you actually works here.
Nice.
Okay, I'm done with my level up except for my feet. Are we rolling hit points before we go in?
Oh,
Does that matter?
You want to do that?
Yeah.
What's your D6?
Yep.
I got a 3.
4. Yay.
I'm a D8.
I'm a D8. I got 6
Oh, nice.
I got an 8, Alex.
on a
Okay,
D8.
roll an 8.
Yeah.
I also got an 8.
Oh,
No. No.
I roll it again. I got a 2.
Oh, great. I got a 5.
Oh.
A 6.
Sorry. What are we doing?
Oh, I got a 6 on my D8.
On your D8, I got a 2.
Okay. Pretty average. Pretty average all around.
I like it, yeah.
So I can roll 20 updated. So now the dynamic lighting thing is different. Okay. So are we trying to like ask around for like information about Borrowin, or
It sounded like we were then deciding to just go to the fort and ask if we can get in.
I can probably talk my way in, worst comes to worst.
I don't know if the fucking whatever's working. Okay, so I'm moving you guys to the fort map. Tell me if you guys can see yourselves.
It's all black. Oh no, I can see 2 characters on the map at the bottom. Myself and Niobe.
Can you see the map?
No.
Nope, it's all black.
Well, I don't see anything because I'm not there anymore.
All right, I'll put
Oh,
the
God.
professor on there.
Actually, I wonder, should I not listen to this? That way I have no idea what's going on?
No, you should, because we can maybe figure out something. Whoa!
Oh, now I can see just this little square right here. So I see like 4 squares or 4 or 5 squares.
Yeah, and it kind of like arcs around at the bottom.
Yeah, I'm seeing this square here. Yeah, like these are the only squares I can see. The ones I'm moving to. It's like this little T. My ping is moving so slow. It's gotta be some weird lag or something.
I can also see
Oh,
the
yeah.
left side and left and right, left bottom and top left corner. And I can see my token.
Okay, can everybody see everything?
I can see up to the door.
Yeah, but like.
Yeah.
Okay. Because that's all you can really. You're supposed to see right now.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so you guys are at the door of Fort Halecourse. The main area of Fort Halecourse is 20 feet high with 5 round towers and a donjon reaching at a height of 40 feet. The ceilings are all 15 feet high, unless otherwise noted. The only entrance to the fort is a set of 10-foot high double doors located at the south side of the large stone building. Tarnished brass door knockers carved into the shapes of perching birds hang on the doors and the hatch for the shutter. What do you do?
I knock on the door.
Alright. You knock on the door. Knock, knock, knock. You wait for half a second. And then a woman answers the door. She looks like this. And she kind of opens the little spy shutter and she's like, "Hello? How can I help you?"
Hi there. I live here and I was hoping to get inside.
Very, very funny. I'm very busy at the moment. I've got a lot to do. Do you guys have an appointment? Can I help?
I do.
Okay, name? Name?
My name?
Yeah.
It's the professor.
That's not a name, that's a title, sir.
I don't know what the professor's real name was.
The professor didn't know what the professor's real name was.
Yeah, we never know.
Alright, listen, I have a lot of shit I gotta do right now. If you guys are wasting my time, come back again later. Please leave me alone. And she shuts the shutter.
Oh, that didn't work.
What do you do?
Anyone have a backup plan?
I just see Tim pacing back and forth, very anxiously.
Sorry, I was while we were leveling up, I started some beans, so I was finishing that up.
Some beans.
Big beans.
I was making beans.
Okay, I have a new plan, maybe.
I mean, yeah, short of sneaking around, I'm not sure what to do.
Does anyone have a reduce person spell?
I
Have
could
the opposite of that.
prepared it ahead of time. Maybe, actually, maybe not.
I don't have it. I don't have it in my spell book.
Alex, could a tiny creature fit through the eye hole that she's looking through?
A tiny creature?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you shove it hard enough, sure. Depends on what the creature is, I guess.
Okay. Alright, we're gonna come back in
What
10 minutes
creature are you
after you
thinking?
prepare a reduce person spell.
It's actually.
Are
it's
you
not
gonna
on my
try to
spell
go in
list.
the thing? I don't think I don't think you would fit.
Okay.
I can be tiny if he reduces me.
It's not on my spell list. I thought it was. It's.
Yeah. So, quick clarification up to now, because I'm still working on my sheet. We knocked at the door. We asked to get in. She wouldn't let us in because we don't belong there. Basically, that's.
When she asked for a name for the appointment, you guys couldn't give her one.
Oh.
You just said the professor.
Excuse me. I think Amari is expecting us.
So you knock again?
Yes.
Alright, you knock again. She opens the door like, "Yes, what can I help you?"
Yes. Sorry. We just looked at the notes that we have. I believe Amari is expecting us.
Amari left here a couple days ago. She's not here.
Oh, I see. Well, excuse me. What's your name again? Sorry, it was rude of me not to ask.
Constable Cecil, and I'm very busy at the moment. I have a lot to do before I can go home. I don't even know if I can go home at this rate because I keep getting interrupted by people knocking at the door without appointments.
Yes, may I ask you why you are prohibiting people from coming in? We're here to help, basically. We've heard there's been some issues, and we'd like to assist you in any way if we could, if you would permit us to help you.
Okay, random old man, stranger. You think that you can do a better job than the police? That's great. I'm proud of you.
No,
frankly,
we'd like to.
We would like for you
Listen.
to deputize us to help you. Obviously, you're overworked, you're overloaded, you need some citizens' assistance.
Oh, you just came here for a job, is what you're saying. You just want a job.
No, more volunteer work, if you could think about it that way.
All right. Well, then you can go us to Lepidstadt with and can you maybe go and try to convince them to send the reinforcements like they said they would, and do the literally month-long journey it would take to get to Lepidstadt to get us reinforcements, which we sent for 6 months ago and we did not get, so I doubt we're getting them. Then yes, you can help.
Reinforcements? You mean me?
You. And she looks at the fishman and she's like, a fishman.
You should not doubt his power. He is very strong. This person came to us asking if we could direct them to the fort because they came from Lepidstadt, and that's why we've brought them here to you. So you want us to go back and get this person who is here right now from Lepidstadt and bring them to you? They're already here.
Roll me a bluff.
Yes, here it comes.
wanna
I
assist
have.
you.
God.
Oh, geez. I don't think my assistance is gonna help.
Oh no. If only you guys had a rogue or like a ranger or someone who could do frontline but also be really good with picking locks.
What if? Yeah.
That would have been really good.
So she's like, yeah, okay, sure. Sir, Fishman,
It's Undyne.
appreciate-
Undyne, actually.
bless you. If you want to help, then maybe come back with a battalion, perhaps, and we'll talk.
My nickname back in the day was One Man Army.
Well, then
Excuse me,
why are there 4 of you or 3 of you?
I brought these because they helped me translate.
It's a funny story. After our encounter last night, the professor changed his name to One Arm Manny.
Oh no. Sorry, I don't mean to call you an asshole, but you're being a bit of an asshole. You're asking for reinforcements, regardless of the number. You need reinforcements, and it seems like you're looking a gift horse in the mouth. You have people outside your door who have come to help you, and you're turning them away because what? There aren't enough people? Isn't any amount of people a benefit, a boost to you?
Sure. I would appreciate it if you would respect the authority of which I reside with, and she starts like scratching at her face, and you can see on her fuck, where is it? You can see on fuck. Where is it? I just had. Okay, there we go. You can see that when she scratches her cheek, she scratches it with her right hand, and she's got like a scar, like an X on her hand, on her right hand, and she's like, I don't need to take this level of disrespect from commoners like you. And it's not that there wasn't enough people, it's that you're telling me that when we asked for a battalion from Lepidstadt, they sent a fishman, an old man, a snake lady, and a halfling with a monkey. And that was the best they could offer us. What you're saying is true, then it is not only not helpful, it is also extremely rude and insulting that that's the best they could offer. Frankly, I don't believe you because you didn't come back with the actual head of the fort, which if you can give me his name right now, then I will believe you.
Yes, well, first of all, lots of us died on the way getting here, so that's, just go ahead and jot that down. But
Are you talking about Magistrate?
Yes.
Are you talking about
Magistrate
Tylos?
Yes, Tillis Paget here is the one who is, we are, the head of this place. It's ridiculous that you wouldn't think we would know the person we're supposed to go meet.
Magistrate Tillis Paget.
Yes.
The magistrate.
Yes.
No, that
What?
is the incorrect answer. The magistrate is not the person in charge of Fort Hale Force. They are the person in charge of the affairs of the city.
Fuck.
But I heard that he was here. Was he not?
Also concerning, because Magistrate Paget is a female.
I heard that she was here.
Everything is.
Listen.
Can I
Yes.
do a perception check on the scar on this person's hand, I guess, or like a knowledge check about it?
Yeah, go for it.
Just a regular perception.
Yeah.
17.
It looks like some kind of battle scar. You don't detect anything like magical or strange about it. It's just it's like an X shape. It just kind of stuck out to you. Yeah. So she's like, listen, I know you guys are trying to help, and I know you guys have obviously good intentions, I guess, but I'm telling you, right now is not a good time. We're dealing with a lot of problems right now with all the missing people. We're doing our best as we can to try to make it work. I know you guys are trying to help, but maybe the Sleepless Detective Agency could use you more than we can. You have to understand that we don't just accept volunteers from here. You have to go through so much training and paperwork, and you can't just walk up and just be like, hey, we're here to help. You have to apply. You have to go through a competition resume process. There's a lot of paperwork that goes into this, and frankly, we have enough paperwork as it is. We're very understaffed, and training more staff wouldn't make our load lighter. It would just make it more busy. So I appreciate what you're trying to do, but thank you and good day. And then she closes the shutter.
Can I speak to your manager?
Oh, we're going full Karen. So you bang at the door and she doesn't answer.
I could knock open the door with the spell knock, but perhaps we should go to the Sleepless Detective Agency. Back there. Even though that's where we just came from, basically, right?
Yeah, we came from there.
Yeah, you guys
Turning
were
away
just
the
there.
detectives.
Why don't we just get on the bus and go to what's it called and see if we can get some reinforcements for her?
Yeah, Lepidstadt, month journey.
Yeah, why not? We got nothing going on.
All right, Alex, tell us what the bus times are.
It'll take you a month to get there, a month to get back.
Yep. Well, you've given us that route, describing it. So I suppose we might take you up on that offer.
We're going to Lepidstadt?
Book 3.
Yeah, hop on the bus. Let's
We're,
go.
we're derailing the campaign this early? Wow. I didn't know the professor was the glue holding this party together.
Yep. Tristan's not here. Tristan's not here to steer us away. So.
Are we actually going to Lepidstadt?
I just want to
so.
go over to the tavern and get ready to get on the bus and see if anything happens on the way that might indicate that we shouldn't do that.
Well, I'm telling you that Lepidstadt, you're not supposed to go to Lepidstadt. I'm just going to tell you that straight up. But if you want to go to Lepidstadt, I'll fucking take you to Lepidstadt.
No, I think maybe we got to find a way to scout inside this thing. I'm scouring my spells to see what I can prepare here.
So I have the spell knock, which could open this door, but I don't. That's sort of like the nuclear approach. I don't know what else we want to like look around and try to see about this fort.
So this
monster
this fort,
can do that.
if we look here, you can kind of see it in this image here. This is the fort. So there's these big gates, or no, is this the fort? This is the fort. No, it's not. This is the fort. It has this wall, and then there's these big towers that also are set up. They're actually much taller than they are in this picture. So if we look on the map here, you can see that like there's the walls around the fort. There's kind of a courtyard in the center, and then there's multiple big towers. If you guys kind of look up at the like up on the top, you can kind of hear and perceive that there's like movement on top of the tower as if it is being patrolled. You can't see anyone up there, so like you don't know who's patrolling it or how many, but you can tell that there's people up there. All the windows are shuttered and like boarded up, which is odd that they would do that.
Yes.
And this door is actually the only real entrance in or out of this fort.
So if we could fly, theoretically, we'll be able to see inside.
Yes, you would be able to drop down into the courtyard of the fort.
Other theoretical question: if we were to get arrested, would they take us into the fort?
Technically, yes.
Haha! Loophole.
We're gonna die if we do that.
You're gonna die from getting arrested? Probably. This isn't America.
Not America.
You guys could get arrested. Is that a plan? You guys want to get arrested?
I think Niobe can wild shape at this level, right?
Only into snake creatures.
No, she can't. She could if she was a normal druid, but since she's a snake druid, she has to wait to level 6.
What about your summon spells, Chris? Can you summon something that could scout for us?
Yeah, but I don't know if it could speak to us or relay stuff.
Oh, can't.
I could just open it, like wait enough time for where we think they wouldn't be at the door anymore and just knock it open.
They probably
I guess
have
it's
shifts, so that they don't leave their castle unguarded.
True.
Why don't we go ask at the Sleepless Detective Agency? Why don't we go ask about a crime that's enough to get us thrown in jail, but only for like a day, so that we don't end up trapped in jail for like a year, and then we just get arrested, and then we're inside. Bada bing, bada boom.
That sounds like a plan.
Fine.
So,
I am outvoted, but fine. Let it be known as I'm getting my
convenient to do a vote when there's only 3 people, and 2 of the other party members aren't present. I love this plan.
I'm sure I've been
So,
arrested
Any
before.
theft?
So there's 4 of you. Yeah. Okay.
Grand theft carriage?
I feel like drunk and disorderly, you'll get put in the drunk tank for the night.
That's true.
Okay. So, you guys go back to the Sleepless Detective Agency. You knock on the door, you walk in, Chrysatia's there, and she's like, well, that was fast, what have you discovered? And then you tell her, like, oh, we were rejected. What do you ask, Chrysatia?
Hey, what's a crime we can commit that has like a punishment of like 1 day in jail?
You could do some thievery, I assume. Perhaps you could make a scene at the inn again. Perhaps you could. I'm not too sure. To be honest with you, many crimes that have been committed in Thrushmoor have fallen to us to deal with, and we don't have a holding cell. And we've noticed that the local guard don't seem to be very present in this town at the moment.
What do you guys do with criminals then?
Most of the time, they just don't get caught.
That's a bummer.
But the ones that do, what happens to them?
Honestly, there isn't a whole lot of crime here. There hasn't been in quite some time. A couple months though, there definitely were. The city ran very normally, but about a couple months ago, all of a sudden, crime just kind of slowed down, and the guardsmen stopped being as present as they used to be. This is also when I started investigating the disappearing of people.
Well, you tell me this then. Oh, sorry, Ari, you were saying something.
No, go ahead. Go ahead and ask.
You tell me this then. What do you think our best recourse is if we've gone to the fort and we can't seem to get in? We can't convince them to let us in to help or anything. There's still this Iris Hill that we might investigate. What do you think is the best route for us to go?
Well, you guys could check out Iris Hill, and I'll tell you as well that they've also turned away most people around there. In fact, in looking at this map that you guys are also looking at, Iris Hill is a bit different than it was on this map. In fact, now there is a large hedge that has miraculously grown around the whole fucking thing, like that.
You know, I think I've seen that hedge, and it looks like it would almost be impossible for a group of people to get around that hedge, to overcome it.
Yes. And we've also had difficulties getting our agents into Iris Hill as well. You could try, perhaps as well, try to go in there and see what you can do. If you want to get arrested, I think actually that's not a bad plan. You could do some petty thievery or make some kind of scene and get arrested. My only worry is I don't know how much it would take to draw the gods' ire. But I would recommend.
How would I just walk
Yes.
into the bar and start telling jokes? It shouldn't take long.
Get
Um,
out.
The guards aren't like. We should do this right in front of the guardhouse, like just like in the movie Bridesmaids, where the one lady's like speeding past the cop to try to get her attention and arrest her. I don't know if you guys have seen that movie. But it must be in front of the guardhouse making a scene and hoping they come in and arrest. It'd be so convenient.
We could go to the tavern and see if there are any guards there, and then if they're not, we can go try and do crimes outside of the guardhouse.
Okay.
It's an
Chrysodius kind of looks to you guys, and she kind of closes the door outside behind you, and she starts to like, so I've been doing some investigating with my agents, and I believe that there's a very good chance that Fort Hale Course might be where they are holding the missing peoples. I have a feeling something fishy is afoot. I believe that there is an organization among the city that is trying to orchestrate something, and I believe that they might be inside Fort Hale Course. So, if perhaps you guys do not succeed in getting arrested by the god, I would recommend maybe making yourselves a target and getting yourselves caught or arrested by someone. Perhaps you too can be abducted. However, that does pose the threat of you will have none of your shit, and you will be locked up in a fucking cell, most likely, if this is your case. And how you get out of there, I don't know. I know you know the spell lock, Professor, or old man, but they would surely take away your spell. They would strip you of all of your gear. So unless you have a plan on getting out of prison, that's also a very bad idea.
So, in addition to that, one thing that could get us thrown in jail is just breaking into the fort.
Yes, I mean it's not. It wouldn't be bad to try just doing that. I mean, if what she's saying is true, she suspects an organization in the fort is doing this, then no reason not to just knock and raid.
Just kick the door in.
Kick the door in and investigate for ourselves.
go full Rambo. You want a warrant? Here's my warrant. She's like I said, you don't work for me, so I can't condone or compel you to do anything. So I cannot, in good conscience, say that kicking in the front door of the police station and raiding it is a good idea. But I also won't tell you not to. So just keep that in mind as I give you a wink and a smile. Wink. Please. Oh no. Definitely do not go and attack the police if anyone is listening. That would be bad. Wink. Wink, thumbs up, wink.
I mean, that's gonna
But
get
you're saying we should not do that, so...
You should never do that, ever! Thumbs up, wink.
Well, I suppose we'll have to find another option then, if that's not open to us.
You might as well go to Lepidstadt. I hear that's where the adventure takes you. I heard it's pretty railroady.
They're trying some sort of beast out there right now.
yeah,
not
that's
gonna carry it around.
Hear it from out here.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, I mean, if we're gonna try to get arrested and get inside, then the same place that we're. I mean, I might as well try to break in and then.
May as
All
well.
right.
Although I think that would start a combat, which I don't know if we're keen on getting into without our full complement of teammates.
No, I think we might need to go to the local tavern and recruit.
Oh, yes.
Tristan, do you have any? What are you thinking? How's your character coming along?
No.
Yeah. I don't think you couldn't ask
I am
me to
the
make
worst
a
when it comes to
character.
making decisions, so like it's gonna take a while.
You couldn't ask
Fair.
me to make a character in half an hour or an hour. don't think
I
can
just
do
I
this
just rolled my
together like that.
stats, so I'm gonna send you those.
I realized this as it was happening. I was like, Kayla can attest that in our games, we've had, because we used to play, we'll play for like literally 12 hours in a row. So we're used to like halfway through a session being like, all right, we leveled up, let's go. Everyone level. And then just like, take 5 minutes, everyone's leveling. Oh, my character died. I gotta make a new one. I'll be back in 20 minutes. Like, we're like, oh wait, not everyone does that. We're weird.
How are your stats looking, Tristan?
Yeah. I got
Bad?
I did 2 sets. Second one is definitely higher than average.
I have an awesome build for a cavalier that rides a giraffe.
No, that's
Yeah, your
that's
second stats are really good.
yeah. So I rolled a 16, 14, 15, 17, 11, 17.
Wow.
3d6 in order.
Fuck that.
That's amazing.
That,
That
wouldn't
was-
be a bad spread, dude.
That's honestly that's better than my
It wa-
mega stats, I think, from
Yeah.
our return game.
But
Your first
no,
set
that
of stats wasn't that bad either.
it wasn't. But that second one was significantly better.
But
You
yeah,
can
I'm
play
gonna say we'll call it for today. But I'll hang out for a bit. And Tristan, we can talk character concepts. And you guys can hang out if you want. But I think this is probably where we're gonna call it, because anywhere past this, we're gonna start having to start to get into it. So